I'm going to move out of the way and bring on my first comedian who's a good friend and a great comedian. You can go and see him over at Nick's Comedy Stop every week. Fabulous comic and soon to be somebody you love. Please, a nice round of applause, Mr. Don Gavin.
Thank you. Well, thank you very much. That was nice. And this is kind of nice working on cable. The last time I did one of these, not on this prestigious station, of course. I did it on another where they had, I don't know, kind of a low budget. It was two guys playing in front of me playing dueling banjos. And actually, one guy didn't have a banjo. And it was and then kind of like a pause, and it didn't really work out, But this is nice. This job is fun. I work like an hour a week, so I have some free time. And mostly, I've been at the beach a lot. Mike was talking about the beach. With all the problems we're having now, especially in this area, it kind of brings a whole new meaning to having a shitty day at the beach, And I don't know. But it is funny talking about jobs. It's tough to find out what are the good jobs, the bad jobs. In USA Today, they had this survey, which of course has to be truth, of course, and they listed 250 jobs according to which one is best, working conditions and salary, whatever. Number one, they said was an actuary, which is, an accountant who figures out when you're gonna die. That's a good job. And number 250 was on the migrant farm worker. Number 248 was fisherman, and 247 was rodeo clown. I figured there's a shitload of fishermen going, if I only had studied, would have possibly had that job, I was a teacher. I taught for 10 years, and they caught me, and I got out. And, if you're looking for a job now, it's a bitch. Application forms are so difficult. Years ago, they were simple. They'd say, when can you start work? You'd say tomorrow. They'd say, bring a lunch. But now they ask questions like, what have you published in the past year? Are you willing to relocate? What foreign languages do you speak? These are tough questions. Finally, I said, screw it. I don't want to work at Burger King anyway. They actually have application forms at Burger King. That means that somebody went in there looking for a job and didn't get it. I don't want to meet that guy, I'll be honest. I think you walked in, he said, you have most of your limbs, get behind the counter. Oh, wait a minute, you've got zits. You'll be the manager. Good, all right. I'm happy with you, yeah. Well, you're a nice group. They say that laughter is the best medicine. Although codeine is pretty effective too, but can't always count on that. It's been fun coming back. I've been traveling quite a bit. I get stuck sometimes with the wrong people on a plane, And I like to play the deaf mute, where you don't talk at all. But after like 3 hours, usually you have to, go to the bathroom, excuse me, and you kind of blow that. But I was with the guy that had beside me. Let me see, if the guy starts talking to me, he said, "Hi, I come from Alabama," and he had a banjo on his knee. I said, this guy is a dick, And I don't know. I was thinking about a loser. I don't think it's the biggest loser. The biggest loser was this past year. I saw July 4th, we had the fireworks, of course, in the Esplanade, and I was out in one of the bigger boats, and there was a guy in a little boat that was sinking, and at the time, he's shooting off emergency flares, and people going, all right, I like that one, yeah. It's a beauty. No problem. But I mentioned this job here, as far as aggravation. I'm not a good driver, I admit that. Last year I was in 11 accidents, and I came in 5th in the state. I'm proud of that, but... And I have no sense of direction. How many like me, when you get lost in your car, actually, if you get lost in your car, you're an ass. There's only the front and the back, but you get lost driving, you know what I meant. How many like me always put your head 1 foot closer to the windshield? Did you do that? Oh, yeah, that foot ought to make a big difference. Yeah, thank you. Turn down the radio, And I don't know, around here we have so many detours. They all look the same, like they're trying to confuse you, like they're mocking you. They look like they're on, And I was in a detour the other night, and there's about 12 cars. I'm in the back, and a guy in the front went to pull off to the side. And I said, he looks like he knows what he's doing. So I followed the guy. We took 2 lefts, a right, another left, and then we were both in his driveway. And I said, this is not working out at all. Not sure. But it's funny, Mike, we're talking about TV, different things on TV. TV, I was watching the other night, and I saw this about about a month ago, and I was thinking about the heaviest person I've ever seen, and I saw this guy on TV, Geraldo Rivera. You might have seen the guy, 1,260 pounds, right? Holy moly. If you've seen the guy, he's on a diet now with Dick Gregory, and he's lost a lot of weight. He's down to like 1 grand. But the first thought you have when you look at him, didn't you know you were getting heavy at some point? Now, maybe when the sheets were getting tight, that might have given it away, you know? And the guy, he's a hot rocker because he's actually upset people are talking behind his back. People are playing racquetball off this guy. I'm sorry, you know? He's a big unit of flesh, this guy. I'm a little heavy, too. I don't know if you can see it from there, but I'm about 5, maybe 31 pounds overweight, and I know this, you know? And it's tough losing weight. I never understood this. I mean, they give you those health charts, the ones where they give the heights across the top, the weights coming down, you're supposed to match up. You know, just once I want to see 5'1", 295. Okay, good, I'm in there. Are you big bone? I don't know. I never cut my leg off. I haven't looked. Then they give you those health shows on TV that 30 minutes in length, and that time I can get a six-pack and a pizza down. It doesn't help me, you know? I watched 20-minute workout. Any guy that hasn't seen that, take a day off. This show is, it's a porno show. I mean, 3 gorgeous women, 1 bathing suit. They give it back and forth right on camera. I'm watching the other day. There's a woman sitting on a stool with the knees behind her head, right? I do it, but we don't have a stool. So, I don't know how she got her knees behind her head. I'm not even sure what the exercise is, but I love the view. And she had the nerve to say, "Are you working out with me at home?" I said, "I'm right with you, honey, yeah." I like that. You just turn around and your minds go right in the gutter. Okay, good, but it is funny, I mentioned that about the TV thing. I think there's certain commercials that are being repeated so often now. There's the one for Northwest Airlines, you know, and the non-smoking airlines. And I respect non-smokers, you know, but I think that, you know, I'm not sure. This past year they got together and they actually, with Mr. Potato Head, they took the pipe out of Mr. Potato Head because they thought it was influencing little kids to smoke. I'm not making this up. I mean, how many 4-year-olds are looking at that pipe going, "Shit, I need a butt. I need one now, okay?" And that and the ad for the clapper, that ought to be on a few more times, I think. You know, clap on, clap off, clap this. You know the ad I'm talking about? They show a woman in bed who might be dead. They don't tell you up front. And then her arm comes up, and I think it's to get the pacemaker going, but she's clapping her hands, the lights are going on and off, they have Led Zeppelin there, it looks good, right? And now they're selling those to people that lose their car keys, people that lose their keys 2 or 3 times a day, apparently. These are losers, in my opinion. But in the ad, it says, "Ideal for people with poor vision." Now, let me get this straight. The guy is that blind. He cannot find his car keys. So he claps in his hands, they make a noise, he picks them up, and then he goes out on the highway. That's a good idea, yeah. I don't think so. Hey, having a nice crowd. Thank you. Thank you.
Johnny. Oh, yeah. Right there. It's Don Gavin, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect.
Not bad. Got that on this time.
Yeah, don't go
I
back
could go
too
over
far.
any moment here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Over
the
the
budget,
edge.
I guess, is pretty extended, huh?
That's
Yeah.
right. We've spent a lot on this set. Easy $8.
Yeah.
No problem whatsoever. You did see Walter Hudson, the big giant fat guy.
Yeah, the Hudster, we like to call him around the house.
Is that,
Yeah,
is that what you're calling him?
yeah, I guess he had some problems. One was he didn't get out of bed for 16 years, and that can, you know. Last time he had to get up, he got stuck in a door.
Right.
You know, and I've not on the way to the gym, I can assure you, but. Yeah.
8.5 foot circumference, 102-inch waist, 8.5 foot circumference.
Yeah,
Sucking
yeah.
little kids in like moons.
Rolling that guy in powder would take a while, I guess. I think so.
Yeah, they ain't got that kind of powder. How's, you just came back, weren't you in Canada for a little while doing
Oh, Canada. Yeah, little humor there. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, I was up there. I was in Montreal. We was up for a golf tournament, as a matter of fact.
For a golf tournament? I thought
Yeah.
you were videotaping something. For
No, they don't allow me to play in the States. I'm so bad, so
No?
I have to go to Canada, yeah. And we went to, I was in Puerto Rico, too.
Were you really?
Yeah. By the way, it's a great place to go. Well, it's not a great place to go. I mean, there's so many Puerto Ricans, you wouldn't believe it, but I'm there. And they're down there all year. I don't know how they can afford it, you know, but it was nice, you know. We were talking about the beach. I mean,
Yeah.
I live in Citrus, of course, and the water now is what? It's really warm. It's 28, 29, you know, and it's amazing. No one ever goes in the water. The people, I went swimming. It's like, okay, that was good, you know. You play frisbee on the beach. If it goes in, you say, screw it, I'll buy a new one. Not losing a foot over a piece of plastic. But I think I saw it yesterday. I saw that family. You know the family that goes around to ruin your day at the beach? You know the one? I think there's only one family. I think they go around the country. And you know the one, the mother's in front, she weighs 600, maybe 700 pounds, right? And the husband weighs about 21 pounds. He looks like an Eberhard pencil, number 3, little skinny shit. They go right next to you. It's a good time, you know. But I don't tan either. I'm Irish. Anybody that's Irish, you don't get a tan. I mean, I look like a milk bottle with arms, you know, and the good days when the blisters don't break on the way home on the bus, you know. But that's, and what have you been doing? Have you been traveling, sir?
No, I've been hanging around trying to get this show together so that I could have you.
Oh, yeah. That's
Right
10
here.
things around,
What day is your show at Nick's?
I'm there on Saturdays. I have been for the past 6 years. So you can pick up on that eventually. But
I'm
no,
gonna try.
No.
I've had you on the show enough times that
That's
I had to
true.
figure that out. But I figure I'd throw in a plug
That's
for you
nice.
on
Way
the
to
live
plug.
show,
Way to
on the
plug.
show that's happening right
I
now.
got you. Now, this is getting to how many homes now?
This goes to easy 8, 9 houses.
Right. In the summer, too, you get that
In
many?
the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, when you get the vacationers, they actually transfer service to another home.
Yeah, kind of like delivering the globe.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you find a lot of people, they'll tape your show and watch it later?
You know, this is my show down.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I don't even get my show here.
You don't get it?
Where I live in Billerica.
Is that by choice? You don't get it?
No. I thought you meant by choice living in Billerica. No, I'm part of Dukakis's parole plan.
I see.
So. And these people evidently want me released. I don't understand.
Well, please release them.
It's not too smart. Yeah, quit singing the old-time songs.
I'm sorry,
you love
it's
so
just
much,
there.
Jack.
You got some folk singers on. That was nice of you to do that
We
today.
got
I like-
one tonight.
I like folk
Because you
singers.
love that kind of
I
music,
do.
don't you? Yeah.
Someone was it, Lenny said that the only songs I have are that someone has to die in every one of the songs. So that's it. So hopefully that won't happen tonight.
Have you opened for anybody that you were really happy to work with lately?
Well, other than Patty Page, no. And the Pagester and I, we're tight. I got to be
Pagester?
honest. Well, yeah, I can say that. She doesn't like it, but I can say it. And who else did I open? I was supposed to. Well, actually, the guy died. But I had a 2-week thing where I mentioned who it was. But
Right.
no, I haven't opened up to. Other than, let me see. The last big one I had was Charo. I would
opened
say,
for
yeah.
Charo?
Yeah, and then we went up and performed right after that too. Yeah.
Don Gavin, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you, my son.
See him every, what night is it?
Saturday night.
Right now. Every Saturday night at Nick's Comedy.